On August 4th, 2024, My Hero Academia released its final chapter. After 430 chapters, the boy who wanted to become the world's greatest hero, his story has come to an end. After 10 years, this beautiful story has come to an end. And today we're going to be asking the question, was this ending really as bad as people say it was? When this ending first came out, there was much discourse between the fans. Many people thought this ending was bad, while some spoke out for it and said it was good. And today you're going to be hearing my thoughts on it. And with all that out of the way, let's get into the video. If you're one of those people who thought MHA's ending was bad, then you must not have been reading the panel. Sure, there are things that Horikoshi missed out on, but still, it had its moments. Like when Deku saved Dai and it inspired him. Or like when All Might stopped the manga from ending. Or when Deku got his armored suit and was with Class 1A. The thing that most people are missing out on is that Horikoshi's been working on My Hero Academia for over 10 years. He's tired, and he only had a week to pan out the ending, so of course it wasn't going to be full quality. This is why in the final volume we're going to get 60 pages of extra content. Now, I'm not entirely sure what these 60 pages are going to be used for, but I'm pretty sure they wouldn't be adding them if Horikoshi wasn't going to make any changes to the ending. Now, these might not be quote-unquote changes, but they are going to be things that will polish out the ending more. Not only polish, but add things that can make the fans more happy. The biggest thing he could add is making Deku and Ochako being a couple canon, seeing as this has been hinted at many times in the manga since the very beginning. It would also make Deku's ending more like a traditional shonen where the main character gets the girl. Examples of this are Goku and Chi-Chi, Naruto and Hinata, and Ichigo and Orihime. Another thing that could be explored within the ending was the quirk Doomsday Theory. This was a left open plot hole that Horikoshi was talked about previously, but never got put into the story fully. With the 60 pages of extra content, we could actually be able to explore this topic. In fact, I also have the perfect setup for this, but I'll leave that out for another video. Now it's time for the second half of this video. I'm not just going to pretend like there isn't any problems with this ending. There are still things I need to critique about it. Like I said before, this ending is far from perfect. The first major problem is that there's no telling what happened in between those 8 years and the 8-year time skip. It's just blank. He never says anything about it. And it's not mentioned in the ending. It's just left out. The story kind of just jumps from Deku and Ochako confessing to each other to the end. And it's kind of off-leading since we don't know what happens. It just leaves us in the dark. Another thing that was left out was the quirk Doomsday Theory. I talked about it earlier, but now I'll go into more depth with it. It was supposed to be this big thing, but it just never happened. It was completely left out, and we haven't gotten a word about it. It was set up well, but poorly executed. And now for the final topic of this video. Did Deku become the world's greatest hero and fulfill his prophecy? At the start of the story, Deku says these words.
Dreams can become reality. Oh, by the way, I forgot to mention that this is the story of how I became the world's greatest hero.
Although the manga translation is a bit different, the scene still conveys its meaning. But now we will talk about if Deku lived up to what this scene means at the end of his story. This is the topic I wanted to cover the most. It's sort of like a double-edged blade because there are two ways you can look at this outcome. You can say that Deku did become the world's greatest hero because he stopped All For One and saved the world, or you could say he didn't because he lost One For All and didn't become the #1 hero. Personally, I'm going to take the first option because it aligns with Deku's character the most. He said throughout the story that he wanted to be a hero that allowed people to smile. He wasn't obsessed with becoming #1 similar to Endeavor, so that's why I'm choosing this one. If I had to rate this ending, I give it about an 8.5 out of 10. It's not bad, and it's not perfect, but it's just right. It's not the best thing we could have got, but it's good. Whether you like it or not, My Hero Academia has left its mark on this world and it holds a place in all of our hearts. And with this, I conclude the video. If you like this type of content, subscribe and like for more. During the recording of this video, Chapter 4.3 released, and it changed my rating of the ending to a 9.3. If you know, you know.